In this episode, I want to go over some really simple ways that you can get the most out of your ad campaigns and really just how can you fix things. It comes back to this funnel diagnostic cheat sheet that we spoke about last time. So if you missed that episode, go back and check it out. But this is really a question that I've been getting quite a lot. It's like, look at my ads, look at what they're doing. How can we improve this ad? Like, how can I make this perform better? That's always the question that most marketers and advertisers and business owners should be asking. So how can you do that? Is it an offer problem? Is it an ad problem? Is it a funnel problem? What is the issue? This cheat sheet, and if you're listening to this, you can grab this cheat sheet in the show notes. This cheat sheet gives you a really good overview of how you can improve your campaigns. And today I want to talk about actually two of them, and that's micro tests and creative, and looking at how we can actually influence these metrics and why it's actually important to want to influence these metrics of cost per link click and click-through rate. And to influence those two, we can either do it through a micro test or by influencing the creative. So I want to start with the micro test one because I think this is a very slept on strategy that most marketers should be doing on a consistent basis. And let me show you exactly what I mean. So let's jump into the ads manager. We've got a lot of ads that aren't running on here right now, but I want to use these as an example. The biggest thing with micro testing and when you find a winner or when you find something that's maybe generating a lead, getting a sale, but it's maybe not doing it to the caliber that you want, the important thing is that you don't need to go and reinvent the wheel. If something was kind of working, you just need to look at the metrics and what micro changes can you make to influence the success of this campaign so you can actually get the results you want out of it. And it all comes back to looking at the metrics and seeing what you can tweak and change. And one of the best ways to do this, instead of reinventing the wheel once again, why not just make and do micro changes? So some micro change examples could be changing the headline, changing the age range that you're going after, changing the placements. It could be changing the lead in to the copy. There's a lot of different small changes that are very easy to execute in your ads, and it doesn't take you a lot of time, but those small optimizations can make the world of a difference if you do them over the period of a week, 2 weeks, or a month, or a year. All those small micro tests will massively impact the performance of your ad campaigns. So, for example, let's take a look at this one right here. And if you're listening to this, I'm looking at this ad campaign, and I'm going to choose this one right here where we're targeting Elon Musk, people that are interested in Elon Musk. The CPMs are paying $60 to get in front of 1,000 people, which is fairly expensive. We're paying $4.90 per click. We've got a 1.24% link click-through rate, meaning that people are seeing our ad and they're clicking off of it, which is great. We've got a 1.6% CTR. Once again, people are seeing the ad, they're stopping, and they're clicking. And a huge metric that I think every single advertiser should be using is unique outbound click-through rate. If you do not look at your unique outbound click-through rate, you got to start doing it, because it's one of the biggest telltale signs if what your ad is saying is actually resonating with the people that are looking at it. We spoke about this in a previous episode, and I'm going to keep bringing it up because it's a big factor and it's a big metric that you can use to influence a lot of different metrics in your campaigns and KPIs to improve your ad performance. So if you're looking at this and you're like, wow, my cost per lead is fairly high. What are some small changes I can make? It's like across the board, there could be changes that could be made. And that's where this micro testing is such a huge thing that you can be leveraging. And it doesn't take that much effort, and it causes some really big wins. So let's take a look at this and see what micro tests that I would actually do on this one specifically. I would probably start off with specifically just starting with the lead in to the body copy right here. So this lead in to the body copy, if you are writing a piece of copy, the lead in is just that first line of copy that people see when they're scrolling past your post. It's usually that first line of caption text. That's the lead in. How can we change this lead in, and why is this such an easy micro test? Well, all it is changing one small piece of the text in the copy. Everything else remains the same, so it's quick. Same with the headline. That is something that every single person that sees your ad is going to see, is your headline. So if you can do a micro test on the lead into the body copy, the first sentence of your caption, or the headline, That's easy. Other small things like adding a description or changing the call to action button. I love using learn more, and I'm probably at fault of it as well. I'll use learn more way too often than I actually should. When in reality, it actually is a lot better in some cases to try using something like get offer, download, listen now, order now, sign up. Those can be a lot better to use, but it depends on what you really want to do and what your objective is. So be sure to pay attention to that. The other small micro test that I would recommend any advertiser to be looking at is age range. We spoke about this in a previous episode as well, looking at what ages are getting you the best results, what placements are getting you the best results. This is an easy micro test. Should you only target men or should you only target women? Should you do everyone? For the age range, should you do 27 to 65? Or is it smarter to do something where it's from 40 to 65? Who is really in your target market? Right. And for me, it's a little bit broad. I don't really have a specific age range. I mean, I have some people that are better clients than others, but for me, it could really be anyone. But it's something to test, right? Maybe on Facebook, I get better results just targeting 40 to 65. I don't know. And I got to test it. So that's super big. That's a micro test. It's something small to change. Another good micro test can be placements. So just changing one or two of these things is an excellent way to take an ad that's kind of doing what you want and take a marketing strategy that's like kind of doing what you want it to do, but it's not fully optimized, and not reinvent the wheel. And it's quick and it's easy. If you've got 3 ad sets running, they're all kind of maybe show some potential, but they're just not really hitting like you want it to. Execute these micro tests, execute these changes, and what that'll allow you to do is test quickly because it doesn't take a lot of thinking. And while you're gearing up for your bigger tests, like a brand new creative, a funnel test or something like that, you'll be able to do these micro tests in between and sprint test very quickly, small things that will allow you to have a really, really big impact on your ad campaigns. I don't see enough people doing this. I catch myself reminding myself to do this every single day across the different ad accounts that we manage, and we manage tons, dozens of them. And this has been something that's really allowed us to scale our companies and our partners' companies, is by just doing consistent micro tests every single day on the things that need to be tested, right? We don't want to go overkill, but when we're in that lull where like we don't need to be doing a huge big swing, but we can see metrics that can be improved. How can we test the headline, the lead into the copy, the age range, gender, placements? Those 5 things, if you can micro test those, you're going to have really great results in your business. So try that out next time you're looking at your ad campaigns and seeing how to improve. And last but not least, make sure that you are looking at unique outbound click-through rate. That metric alone is going to show you how you can influence and get the people that are not only clicking on your ad, but clicking off the ad because they're resonating with what you're saying. So try that next time you're looking at your ads. I hope you guys enjoyed this video or this episode. It's a little shorter than usual, but it's a really good gold nugget that I want you guys to take and execute. I want this to be actionable. So if you enjoyed this one, like, subscribe, comment around this video or this episode. Reach out to me on Instagram or email if you want this funnel diagnostic cheat sheet that I keep referencing. It has all the videos that I've been mentioning, as well as KPIs that I update every week and new ways to influence those KPIs. So if you want access to this, you can either email me at nicholas@scalelabgroup.com. I'll put my email somewhere around here. Or you can just go on Instagram. My name is Nicholas Corvesas, same as it is on the YouTube channel. And shoot me a DM and say, hey, I came from YouTube or I came from podcast and I want access to the funnel diagnostic sheet. I'll get it to you. It'll help you identify what KPIs you should be tracking, how to influence the KPI, and what exactly it affects. So it's super useful. You can use it for a variety of different funnels, and I hope you guys get some value out of it. I'll talk to you all in the next video. If you have any questions, please reach out and keep optimizing those marketing strategies so you can get more clients and scale your business.